RPG Maker, a simple engine that has created so many RPGs since the early 90s, believe it or not. It's amazing how people can make something out of this little engine. Some even make a profit from it. Granted, there are a lot of crappy, generic RPG games on Steam, but for every 100 of those you'd find, you will eventually come across something really good. One such example is the topic of today's video, and the Let's Play I've done recently, OneShot. It's really hard to imagine that this game is made in RPG Maker. I don't know which version, but it's definitely one of them. And what throws it off from being an RPG Maker game is the graphical design and even some of the fourth wall breaking type shit it does that are even beyond my knowledge of RPG Maker. I'm not going to go into too much detail of the game because, like Undertale, this is one of those games that you're better off experiencing for yourself. I have a lot of pros for this game, but some cons too. I'll go over the cons first. The first being that there are really not a whole lot of interesting NPCs until you reach the second area. And it's only because the first area contains mostly robots who only speak what their coding is, which is fine, so it's not too disheartening. The second thing really is the limiting of saving the game. In order to save the game, you have to do a lot of events before Nico gets tired, and only then are you allowed to save the game. It's great if you have a lot of free time on your hands, but for a lot of people who have very little free time due to work or other such events, it's a bit of a hassle, and closing the game would have you yelled at least so I've read anyway. And lastly, the fourth area got bugged on my second playthrough of my Let's Play, and it's never happened to me before when I've played it previously. Maybe in the future a patch will come out and will completely fix it, since it is a common issue most people have had with it. But that's really it. Yeah, my negatives are just very minor and don't really affect the game overall. As for the pros, well, I'll say this. The graphics and the soundtrack are just perfect for what the game is going for. But the biggest thing of all is the character-to-player interaction is spot on. This is the kind of thing I've mentioned in my last review, where a lot of point-and-click adventures only have the character tell you things and occasionally break the fourth wall. Or in Pac-Man's 2 case, he just looks at you, says a bunch of gibberish, and then does everything out of your command. This right here is how you do it. Full control, and you pick between dialogues and Nico responds to it. I'd say more, but I'm not going to risk spoiling it in case you want to play yourself or watch someone's playthrough of it. So without question, I recommend giving this game a buy or a watch. It's worth every penny and the developer deserves all the support he can get. Same with the soundtrack. Just don't expect any combat because this game is very story driven. And with that, I will see you in my next review, being Sonic 1 on the Sega Genesis. I did do a playthrough of it already, albeit a very silent playthrough. I am trying to do the games I do playthroughs of just so it's more consistent. Whenever that review comes, I can't say, but I hope it will be soon after Sonic CD's Let's Play. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.